Beautiful, aren't they? Today we're going to compare Playmates Titan Godzilla to Jakks Giant Godzilla, two of the biggest Godzilla figures ever sold to the public. Last year I made a video about the Titan Godzilla Evolved figure, stating that it was bigger than all previous figures, and I was right. Side by side, the Titan is clearly taller than its predecessor. That's not to say the previous enormous figure is a slouch in the size department. Its tail is massively long. Look at this thing. You can take a look from the front to really highlight the differences in height between these two. Height-wise, it's a little confusing, as the original 2014 Giant Godzilla was touted as being about 24 inches tall and 40 inches long, while the new Titan Godzilla is advertised as being about 23 inches tall, but you can actually see the newer Titan figure is clearly an inch or two taller than the older figure. Yeah. Let's turn these big lugs to the side for just a moment. And move them up against the wall over here, like so. You can still tell from the back that the new Titan figure is a bit taller than the older figure, and you can definitely see the difference between the spiked plates running down their spines. You'll also notice the 2014 Godzilla's tail is segmented and longer as it keeps going in a straight line, while the Titan figure's tail is shorter due to a fancy curve towards the tip. From the cutoff point, the 2014 Godzilla's tail is 3 or more inches longer than the Evolved Godzilla's, and again, 2014 Godzilla's tail doesn't curve. As you can see right here, it just goes in a straight line, like this. Now let's compare articulation on these guys, which is a big topic to cover. So, I'm just gonna get them situated right here for you. The Titan Godzilla is massive, but doesn't have much articulation in the neck or head. In fact, it doesn't have any articulation in the neck or head. See? No articulation. It can't move its head at all. Poor guy's mouth is just stuck open, too. No joints there at all. Although the jaw will slightly bend if you apply enough pressure. Moving on to the arms, the wrists don't twist, but he can raise his arms way up above his head. Look at that. Although they won't rotate all the way around. His legs also move. We can even get him in a walking or running position. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's it. That's all for his articulation. The 2014 Godzilla has way more articulation. First of all, his wrists actually move so he can hold things or reach enlightenment or whatever, which is pretty cool. While, like I said before, Titan's wrists don't move at all. See that? No movement. However, 2014's arms don't move very far. He's stuck in a sort of a zombie stance, whereas, like I said, Titan's arms can reach all the way up over his head. It's like he's ready to raise the roof. Okay, that's enough of that. Meanwhile, meh. Get a close-up on 2014's face, though. Look, he can move his neck from side to side. Yeah. Oh, and all the way around. Ah, like the Exorcist. Hi, Godzilla. Yeah, and he can open his mouth. This head sculpt is amazing. Let's do that again. Open, shut. Y'all, I'm telling ya, this sculpt, look at the details on his teeth and tongue. Check that out. Way more detail than the newer Titan Godzilla. 2014 Godzilla's feet can swivel and rotate for better balancing too. The Titan Godzilla's feet look like they can rotate around, but they can't. 2014 Giant Godzilla has an interesting feature regarding its tail. As you can see, its tail can swing from side to side like a dog wagging his tail. Look, he's happy to see you. And he can knock things over with it. As for the new one's tail, no swinging. But it is flexible. It can bend. The texture is really neat, but it can't swing. However, you can see that due to its swinging action feature, the 2014 Godzilla's tail is cut into different segments, which does break the flow of the sculpt and might look off-putting to some folks. Just saying, that feature, while cool, does have drawbacks. The new one looks more smooth and natural in a way. However, the new one's eyes are kind of cartoony, while the older enormous Godzilla's eyes were more film accurate and realistic. But let's take a closer look at the paint job on these guys. The Titan Godzilla features bright colors with a cool cyan look coupled with those neon pink spines and the reddish orange on the previously mentioned derpy looking eyes. You can even see the chest is highlighted. The 2014 paint scheme is much more subdued. It's darker, there's a subtle streak of lightly applied sandy brown running down the chest, then towards the legs. It gets very basic, not much going on. The new Titan received the glow up with a full-on pedicure, while the basic giant figure doesn't have any fancy footwork, but it makes up for the lack of paint with more precise and accurate details molded into the overall sculpt. The spikes are noticeably smaller and less pink on the older giant figure. Admittedly, I would have preferred the spikes have had more presence on this figure since they're such an iconic part of Godzilla's design. The 2014 Godzilla also has these obnoxious screw holes that really downgrade its presentation on the whole. And there's no escaping them. You find them on both sides of its body. Meanwhile, miraculously, Playmates' Titan figure doesn't suffer from this issue. It's a clean mold from top to bottom, and I really like how durable yet flexible these spikes are compared to the older 2014 model. Still, there's no denying 2014's face is way easier on the eyes compared to the new Titan figure. As previously mentioned, the tails on these guys just keep going and going, but 2014's tail is indeed longer. For some reason, the 2014 model has a built-in speaker here, but it serves no purpose at all. There is no sound function or feature to speak of, and there's no battery compartment or anything. So obviously at some point in production it was intended to make noise, but somewhere along the way that feature was totally scrapped. The newer model doesn't have any weird remnants of missing features or abnormalities. It's much more streamlined and uniform across the board. It's not overly complicated, which is a point in its favor. So it's settled once and for all. Yep. Truly, the new Titan figure is taller than the original giant figure from 2014. And the new one is a bit heavier as well, which isn't really surprising if you think about it. Those hot pink spikes are still a wonder to behold. Hey, buddy, let's go for a drink sometime. Together we can rule the world. Little buddy. Still, don't forget the puppy tail feature. Who's a good boy? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Pretty nifty. So, let's compare these two Godzillas with the Jurassic Park Legacy Collection Brachiosaurus from Mattel, which towers over all other figures. As you can clearly see, Being a sauropod, it has a very, very long neck. Very impressive height here we have on display, and it is taller than both Titan Godzilla figures. And when you put it face to face with the Godzilla Titan Evolved figure, it's roughly 2 inches or so taller than that. Honestly, I'd love to see Godzilla battle a kaiju sauropod. I'd be remiss if I didn't compare these Titan Godzillas to their giant Godzilla counterparts here in my hands. Funnily enough, the giant Godzilla figures don't look so giant when they're standing next to these Titans. Remember, these giant Godzillas stand at 11 inches tall, so they're not even half the size of the Titan figures. Let's put these former big guys away and bring out our big lady, Mothra. There you go. This is currently the largest Mothra figure on the market, the giant Mothra figure from Playmates. And while I'd love to see a Titan version of this, the giant Mothra honestly looks pretty cool next to either Titan Godzilla. She can flap her wings to soar beside Godzilla, and looks pretty nifty if you perch her on top of his head. Allow me to demonstrate. Not a bad nesting area, am I right? Also, you know what? Check out the wingspan on this Mothra. She's a real beaut. Let's bring out another so-called giant figure, but make it an antagonist this time. Here's Giant Mechagodzilla. It's no match for the classic 2014 Godzilla's tail-swinging feature. Hi-ya! Take that, and that, and that, and oh dang, the tail almost came off here. Alright, let's try that again, but with another one of Godzilla's enemies. This time, Space Godzilla from Bandai. Just need to set him up, then... Ready... Set... 4! That's what you get for messing with little Godzilla, alien scum! Yo, dude, that's some insane luck, like the bottle flip challenge type stuff. Take a break, Space Godzilla, you've earned it. Maybe I should retire now. Now, last but certainly not least comes Giant Shimo from Playmates in all her glory. And I'm gonna level with you. The only reason I brought her out was so I could do this pose. Look, she's breaking up the fight between the two Titans. Everybody, calm down, please. This is an intervention. Imagine being the referee or ringmaster in a match between these two guys. Shimo's the best. And there you have it. That just about wraps it up for the two Titan Godzillas, from the original 2014 film all the way up to the evolved form in the most recent cinematic outing. In my humble opinion, they are both incredible figures and both worthy of being in your collection. Two major thumbs up whether you choose the Evolved Titan or the original. You really can't go wrong, provided you have enough space. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, if you liked what you just saw, then you're going to love being a Cybersaur member, either on Patreon or right here on YouTube. Whichever platform you choose to support me on, you'll get a dino load of exclusive content like behind-the-scenes commentary and reviews, early viewings of all my uploads before anyone else, discounts on merch, access to an interactive community where you can give input on the direction of the channel, and much more. It's super fun and affordable, and I can't wait to see you join on Patreon or again right here on YouTube. Become a member today. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe unless you already have, in which case, thank you. Peace.